Kajabi has just done a whole new massive relaunch, and you may have now been seeing their ads in places like Times Square. But you may be coming to this video and still wondering, what is Kajabi and how can it help me? The simplest way to explain Kajabi is to course creators what Shopify is to e-commerce brands. And what I mean by that is that if you're an e-commerce brand, you use Shopify so that you can connect directly with your customers, and that becomes your online marketplace. And the same is true for Kajabi, in that Kajabi allows you to host your different online courses, your paid communities, your coaching programs. You can even send out paid newsletters, blogs, and you can even have things like digital downloads behind a paywall. But a big area where people get confused is that they may have used Kajabi before and not seeing any results, and they tend to go back and blame Kajabi. But what you need to understand with Kajabi is Kajabi does not bring people to your website. Let's go back to that Shopify example that I gave you. And if you're an e-commerce brand, if you use Shopify, people understand that with Shopify, they're not bringing customers. It's just allowing you to host your store so that you can connect directly with your customers. Shopify is not a platform like Amazon where they bring their own clientele and then they charge commissions and things like that. That's the same in the course creation space. You get other companies or other sites like Udemy where you will not only upload your course, but then they try and sell that course for you. Kajabi is not that. As I said, Kajabi is more like Shopify in that it creates a platform so that you can connect directly with your customers. And the benefit of that is that you own 100% of the revenue. So Kajabi does not take any commissions for any courses that you sell or any coaching programs that you sell or whatever it is that you are selling. Now, the reason for why this is so important, you may not be aware that only 4% of all content creators earn over $96,000 a year. So despite what you see from all your favorite content creators, only 4 out of every 100 are actually earning at least a 6-figure income. And this is the problem that Kajabi helps to solve, because all of the large social media platforms, so everything from TikTok to Instagram, even more professional ones like LinkedIn and even YouTube, they're designed in order to make more revenue for those companies. So they get you to upload content to their platforms and then they monetize it. Even platforms like YouTube, which do pay their content creators, it's a small fraction of what they earn off your content. And let me give you an example. In my other business, where we have a YouTube channel of just under 100,000 subscribers, that's a 7-figure business, but only 4%, so under 5% of our total annual income comes from our monthly payments from YouTube. So even though platforms are starting to share some of their profits, it's a really, really small amount. And that's where Kajabi comes in, because it allows you to monetize those audiences. So what you want to be doing is you want to be growing your audiences on different platforms like YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn. Then you want to be building them as your own customer database so that you can sell your direct products. And as I said, with Kajabi, it could be anything from online courses through to online coaching programs, through to digital downloads, through to paid newsletters. The options are endless, but that's kind of how it works. And that's how, if you want to be successful as a content creator, what you need to do is you only need to view the social media platforms, whichever one you're using, is that's just a place where you generate leads, whereas the money comes from you utilizing a tool like Kajabi. What I want to do in this video is take you through some screen shares of how I use Kajabi and how we've built our 7-figure business. Now, just in case we haven't met yet, my name is Aaron Young and I'm from 7-Figure Coaching. And what I'm teaching you here is all of the principles that I've learned in creating my own 7-figure business from my other YouTube channel, which is focused on teaching people how to run Google Ads campaigns. And if you would also like to start learning how you can earn from your expertise and monetize the audiences, all of the followers and the likes and the subscribers that you have on different social media platforms, why don't you go to 7figurecoaching.co/start. And I just want to stress that's the number 7. So 7figurecoaching.co/start, and you're going to get a whole heap of resources on how you can actually monetize your current audiences that you have on your different platforms. And the big thing that I want to stress here is that you do not need 1 million followers to earn $1 million. In fact, we were pulling our first 6-figure months when we had under 20,000 subscribers. So after we go through this tool of Kajabi and how I use it to build my own 7-figure business, why don't you go to that link that I told you about so that you can see some extra training. Right now, let's jump into that screen share. All right, so when you're inside of Kajabi, and as you can see, here is the new branding. So this is the new dashboard that you're seeing, is that you've obviously got the dashboard where you've got all your different statistics, and that just shows you, how many opt-ins you've got, how much revenue revenue you've been generating. It's broken down into these main categories. So you've got your products. This is where you can create all of your products, everything from courses to coaching to paid communities to podcasts, newsletters, and even digital downloads. And the digital downloads is a big one because then that opens it up to anything. So you can sell anything from ebooks through to, guides that are created in Canva. Whatever you want to create, you can package that into a paid digital download. Then it comes into your sales section, which covers all of your payments. The great thing I like with Kajabi is that it's got direct connections in with all of the major payment gateways. So everything from Stripe through to PayPal, through to Apple Pay, through to Google Pay. And you can even use third-party tools like Klarna and Afterpay. And then you can also create your different offers. A new feature as well is that you can actually create invoices. Now, the thing I love about these is, especially if you've got a business like mine, where you may take on some individualized consulting packages and it doesn't really fit any of your products, what you can do here is that you can create an individualized invoice, which just covers the contract that you've got with that individual client. You can also create different coupons, and there are also affiliates. So you can have your own affiliate program within Kajabi. Then it comes down to your website. You can obviously design your different website pages. I also love the different landing pages. You've also got an app. We're in the process of creating our own mobile app on Kajabi, and we're really, really excited about what this is going to do for our business. And the other thing that's great about Kajabi is that it's also got all of your different marketing. So you can do your different sales funnels in there. So you don't need a third-party tool like MailChimp or something like ClickFunnels. You can do this all within Kajabi. And then it obviously also covers all of your own content. So you're building your own database. And this is the biggest thing that I love about Kajabi. With these online social media platforms, as I said, everything from Instagram to TikTok to YouTube, they are great. But the problem is you do not own those audiences. I'm sure you've all heard the horror stories of people losing access to their different social media profiles. But for us in our business, even if that did happen, we wouldn't want it to happen, but we've got our own database at the moment. We've got just under 70,000 subscribers to our database. So we've got our own security in our business, is because if anything happens with any of our social media platforms, we can still go through and make direct contact to our customers. And for me, that's the real key in how to build a successful online business, is that you need to be building your own audience, or as I like to call it, you need to own your own audience. If you don't own your own audience, you're always going to struggle to have a sustainable business model. So what I want to take you through here is I'm just going to take you through some different options and some of the main ways that we use it. So as you can see here, we've got multiple courses. So we've got all different variations of our courses. We've got paid communities in here, different coaching programs. I also now want to just show you over into this next section, which is the website. Now, the thing I love about the website is that not only can you do your own design of the website. One thing I will note that I do like about Kajabi as well is that if you do need any extra services, you can actually go to this expert services tab and you can actually get people who can do custom coding. Now, when it comes to online platforms, even for something like Shopify, very rarely are you going to have an out-of-the-box model that fits your business. The thing I love about Kajabi is because it was first to the market and been around since 2010, it's got a wealth of third-party resources that you can use. So if you need some different elements for your landing pages or your checkout pages, you can go and get some people who can create custom codes specifically for your business. So let's stay in the website section for a little while. The thing that I love about Kajabi, and this is what we use a lot, is it will create different landing pages. So I want to show you some examples we're doing now. So at the moment in our other business, we're just coming up to a new product launch. So what we're doing at the moment is that we are starting to build out a new segment of our database. So let me just show you in through here. So we're going with our content, creating free optimization tools that people can use. Once again, this is all in the Google Ads niche. So don't worry about the Google Ads part. I just want to show you what we're doing through here. And when we take them through here, they get access to the checklist, but this is behind an opt-in. And then we're giving them another opt-in option so that they can register for the pre-sale. Now, within that process, we've had over 2,000 downloads of our new Google Ads tool. And then we're quickly building our pre-course registration. So then when we start our sales launch, we're going to be starting with a really high level of engaged database. And that's what I love about Kajabi, is that when you're doing different course launches, you can add different segments into your audience so that you can offer pre-sales, you can offer different discounts to certain segments of your database who you know are going to be really, really interested. The other thing that you can do, we're now in the marketing section, is you can see through here is we've got different funnels. I just want to show you two different funnels. This is the one I was mentioning before. This is our updated one. So you can see in through here is that this isn't generated to set any revenue yet because we're about to do this launch. So we've had over 2,000 initial downloads. Then we also had an 11% conversion rate of people opting into our course registration. So as you can see, we've been able to build a really, really nice big funnel of people coming through. What I also want to show you in through here is this one, which has only had 342 people through. The next one I want to show you is that this one we've had only 844 people through because it hasn't been going for too long, but it's already generated over $3,000 of revenue for us. So what I love about this is that when you go through and set this up is that we can not only see the different conversion endpoints of all of our individual pages, but we can also see it in the email sequences. So this allows us to go through and see, are there any different dropout points with our emails? And if there is, we can then go through and rewrite those individual emails. So if we were to go through here, and we can't see any massive dropouts, but what we would be able to go through and have a look at is if we do see any areas where it does drop out, we can go in through here, and you can see here, this is how we've built out a different funnel. So we put an offer in here, we've got a checkout page. This is our initial opt-in page. And then what we can also do from here is that we've got our individual emails. And the other thing I do like about Kajabi is that you can add in different automations. So what we've done with this is that we're automating it that only people who meet certain criteria are receiving this email flow. And as it goes through in real live testing, we can go in and change any of these emails if we're seeing massive dropout rates. So like I said to you before, if we're in these stats and we go to email sequences, and let's just say that we see this email, there's just a massive dropout in people engaging, we go, well, that's the email that we need to update. So for me, that's why I love Kajabi, because Kajabi allows me to design a marketing strategy that works for my business. So generally when you hear negative press about Kajabi, it comes back to people either not understanding what Kajabi is or not using the tools that works for their business. The biggest thing for success with Kajabi or any other similar course creation platforms is that it's just a tool for you to monetize your own audience. Now, remember, as I said, if you want to get some extra tools on how you can use Kajabi to build your own 6 or 7 figure business, make sure you head off to 7figurecoaching.co/start and you can get some extra teaching resources right there. Thanks again for joining me. My name is Aaron Young. It's been an absolute pleasure having you here and look forward to seeing you on our next video. See ya.